Legends of Runeterra is the first of many new IPs from Riot Games, and it's a digital collectible card game similar to Hearthstone or Magic the Gathering Arena, but based in the League of Legends universe. Open beta started January 24th, and I spent the weekend diving in to see what the game had to offer. I'm no card game expert, but I've played Hearthstone here and there and tried Magic a few times in high school, so I knew what to expect, but I was actually surprised how much I enjoy this game compared to the other CCGs. Now, I'm a huge League of Legends fan, so as soon as I started, I was drawn in by how it builds on the pre-existing universe. A great example of this is Cytherea of Cloudfield, a young Demacian seeking adventure who grows to be Cytherea the Bold, a member of the Dauntless Vanguard, the army of Demacia, or any number of the Crimson units, who are citizens of Noxus with bloodbending powers like Vladimir. Cards like these do an incredible job at building a world around the champions that we've spent years playing in Summoner's Rift. And of course, you couldn't have a League card game without the champions. Champions are the cards that your decks revolve around. You can play 6 champions in one deck with 2 copies each, but each deck can only contain champions from 2 of the 6 total regions. Champions differ from the other cards with their level up abilities, so each champion card has a set of conditions to meet before it can level up, turning into a more powerful version of the card. These bonuses are game changing and the most fun part of Legends of Runeterra in my opinion. One of my favorites so far is Braum. Braum's a 0-5 tank, but he has the Challenger trait, so when it's your turn to attack, you can choose which enemy unit guards against you. This is great because you can take the opponent's highest attack guarder and you can make that guard on Braum instead of killing your lower health units, if that makes sense. His level up condition is to take 10 damage, so here you might be thinking, how's he going to take 10 damage if he only has 5 health? Well, he also has the regeneration trait, so every round he regains all of his health. And this is great because you can choose which units attack you and proc your level up, and since he doesn't have any attack, you don't really risk getting blocked and dying. When he does level up, his new card gains 2 health, so he's 0-7, and he gains the effect to summon a Mighty Poro every time he takes damage, which is a 3-3 unit with Overwhelm, which means if it does more damage than its target's health, that damage is done to the Nexus, or the enemy's health pool. So your opponent is forced to take either you out with a massive attack unit, or burn you down with spells and spawn more Poros for the enemy team to deal with. And it's a great example of how Braum totally sets the pace of the game and how it completely changes the way that you would play the game. Each champion in the game has abilities like this that just completely change the pace and is a ton of fun. Outside of the champions, I mentioned earlier that each champion belongs to a region and you can only play with 2 regions in each deck. I really enjoy this because you can blend together 2 playstyles at once. This feels a lot better than Hearthstone, where you're locked into one class's cards. For example, the Noxus region is aggressive and focuses on dealing big damage early to beat your opponent before they can play their late game cards to deal with you, similar to the Warrior in Hearthstone, while Shadow Isles is a region that focuses on playing a lot of cards, and the champions utilize this by leveling up when other units die, kind of similar to like a Warlock or a Hunter in Hearthstone, so you're constantly pushing cards out. You play these regions together in one deck, and you have a very aggressive beatdown deck focused on playing a lot of cards and doing big damage before your opponent has a chance to take care of you. And the only way to really counter that is playing a control deck like Freljord Demacia, for example. One thing I'm seeing a lot of complaints about is how you obtain more cards. Unlike Hearthstone or Magic, you can't just buy packs and wail until you get lucky enough to pull the OP cards. Instead, you can buy wild cards or spend shards to create whatever card you want. I haven't played Magic myself, but this is similar to the Dust system in Hearthstone. In addition to this, each region has a Battle Pass-esque level up path, and as you progress, you gain free wild cards and chests which contain wild cards and shards. There's also the Vault, which seems to level up alongside your chosen region, so each time you gain experience, your region gains experience and then your vault gains experience too. And they unlock every Tuesday, but it's not Tuesday yet, so I'm not really sure how that's going to work out. I'm assuming you just get a bunch of chests to unlock at the end of the week, and as a more casual player, I really appreciate this system and prefer it to the pack systems and other CCGs. I feel like I can stay more competitive this way, and I'm less pressured to spend money to unlock the best cards, which is something that always drove me away from this genre of games. You can still spend money on wild cards and spend those wild cards on other cards, but I believe there's a limit to how many you can buy each week, which I think that's what people are complaining about, but for me personally, that just seems like it keeps the casual players and the hardcore players closer together, so there's less of a like money gap, if that makes sense, and more of a skill gap. And I think that skill gap's kind of important, because a lot of the times when I'm playing CCGs, I just feel like, oh, the other guy has, you know, however much money to spend, he has the better cards, he's gonna win. Or in this case, you can still use those wild cards that you're getting for free to build the meta decks, and at least you can have one deck that's like really meta and really good, and still have a chance at some of the people that might have like 5 of the meta decks, for example, because they're spending money on more wild cards. All things considered, I've really enjoyed the past few days of Legends of Runeterra, and I'm excited to see where it goes from here. I definitely prefer it to Hearthstone, which always feels like a huge money sink if you want to be even somewhat competitive. I mean, every time an expansion comes out for that, they want like, I don't know, like $50, $80 or something for like however many packs is in the biggest pack thing, and then you don't even have, like, you're not even guaranteed to get one of the OP cards. Like, it would be like if they put out a bunch of packs in Legends of Runeterra and you weren't even guaranteed to get a champion, even though you spend a bunch of money, and those champions are the only things that are really changing the game, so you're gonna spend a bunch of money and not get the OP card, and then definitely not have a chance until you spend more money and get the card. And I just really prefer the system in Legends of Runeterra to games like Hearthstone or Magic. I've never played Magic, but I'm pretty sure it's the same. Also, the matches are shorter than the game of League, and it feels very casual friendly, so assuming that the meta decks aren't incredibly expensive down the line, I could see myself playing lore for a very long time. I'm most excited about more polish on the game, little things like clicking stuff on the map. Right now you can click the Poros and they do a little dance and like some haunting yawn. It's some weird stuff, but I'm excited for that before the official release. And then there's going to be a mobile version coming out later this year, which I'm really excited about. I think I'd definitely play this more as a mobile game than like playing on my desktop. Like if I'm going to sit down, I'm probably going to play League over Legends of Runeterra, but if it was mobile, I'd probably play Legends of Runeterra more, so I'm excited for that. And it's been fun to play it on PC leading up to that. But yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with it. I'm really enjoying the game. If you guys want to see more Legends of Runeterra and League content, make sure to subscribe to the channel, because I'm going to be making some videos on budget-friendly lore decks and some League videos in the next week and moving forward. So thanks so much for watching, everybody, and have a great day.